All right, and this is Doc Williams with Sweater X, and we're with, we already know who you are. Doug, how are you doing, Doug?
Man, I'm doing awesome. We just finished up the Barbell Business Workshop here at the Strong Summit. Phenomenal success. We had a lot of fun, met a lot of new friends. No complaints, man. I'm doing really well.
Excellent. So we're here at the Pro Show in Toronto and everything like this. How was this show in particular, or this workshop, different than the ones you put on in the past? Does it matter the venue, the people? What makes them different?
The venue doesn't necessarily matter. We do these workshops a lot. Every time we do it, we get feedback from the people that showed up, and we follow up with them about the changes they made in their businesses and what they took away from the workshops themselves. And we ask them, hey, next time, what would you like to see at the workshop? And so we're always improving, always innovating. We always add new stuff. Big picture though, it's a lot of the same. It's general business skills for business owners, how to craft a kind of a world-class customer experience, the basics of sales and marketing, getting new leads, and making sure that you have enough members at your gym to keep you afloat and to build the gym and the business that you want for your life as an entrepreneur. And then certainly the basics of how to run classes and make sure that your clients get results is in there as well. But that tends to be the part that most people are already doing quite well, because a lot of entrepreneurs in the fitness space, they have a passion around fitness and strength and conditioning, and they are already spending a lot of time making sure that their classes are running smoothly and that the members themselves are getting results. That's the part that they enjoy, and the kind of the quote-unquote business of the business are the parts that oftentimes get neglected. They don't understand the basics of, again, kind of sales, marketing, any of the back end stuff. They don't know taxes and insurance and legal and paperwork and all that. Which we don't cover that stuff in a lot of depth. We tend to kind of primarily focus on making sure that they have the basics of sales, marketing. That way they can have a full gym with enough members to get by. Yeah.
Now, because you're dropping a lot of knowledge on them all day. I was just back there just shaking my head. I was like, man, that's a lot of stuff. So what was the biggest aha moment of the weekend? That, like, you said something and then you just saw the heads go up and they're like, oh my God. What was that?
I think when we were crafting kind of the full client experience from before somebody's ever even heard of your gym, and then they get that first touch point. It's the first time they've ever Googled fitness in their city, and your gym popped up, and then they went to your website. What should be on your website? Like, how do you take that new person that's now on your website and make sure that the content that they're looking for is on the homepage, very easy to find. How do you capture that person's email address? How do you follow up with that person? How do you keep the barrier to entry for that person very, very low? That way they can try your gym without having to commit to a $200 a month membership for 90 days, 90 or a year. How do you make that barrier to entry very, very low? That way they can kind of just get a taste of things, and then they can not be nervous about coming in and trying it out, because they know that they don't have to sign up for a whole year right up front. So how do you offer that to them once they've tried kind of the low barrier to entry thing? How do you upsell them into a full membership? And then once they're a full member, how do you make sure that their experiences while they're a member is as beneficial and as valuable as possible? That way they get really good results, and that way they stay a member for a long time. We call that kind of offering like a wow experience once they're a member. And then beyond that, how do you ensure that person brings in their friends and family? A lot of small businesses are referral-based businesses in many, many ways. Like if you're a CrossFit gym or a small personal training studio, then more than likely most of the people that are in that gym come from word of mouth. And just from referrals in general. And so we teach people how to systemize their referral process. Certainly it's good for the gym, but it's also good for the member. Like, if you're a member at a gym and you bring in your best friend and your brother and your mom, you're going to be more likely to stay at that gym, because now you have some of your close personal friends that have come into the gym, and now they're bought into the community as a whole. And we say people come for the content, they come to lose fat, they come to gain muscle, but they stay for the community. They stay because they have friends there, they stay because they're having fun. So we emphasize those points, and we ensure that everyone that we coach has kind of a rock star customer experience and is providing a lot of value and giving their clients results. And then if they're doing those things, it's really easy to let word of mouth and to get referrals to grow your membership base. And then beyond that, we teach people how to craft additional streams of revenue. So beyond simply the memberships themselves, like keeping the gym in business, we teach people how to monetize in other ways: apparel, supplements, meal plans, nutrition seminars, different types of training programs. That way, you can kind of get more value. You can give more value to your members, and then in return, you can make more money per member. That way, you don't have to have 1,000 people in your gym. You can have 200 people and still be able to have a very nice lifestyle for yourself, and then you can pay your coaches very well, which a lot of small gyms, the coaches don't make a lot of money. No. And it would be nice if they did.
Yeah, it would be. I liked one of the phrases that you said. You had to get them out of the mindset of just breaking even, because they think that, but what does that really mean?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. A lot of, again, small gym owners, they got into it because they're passionate about it. And so the passion is really important, and you definitely have to have it. But if you're kind of floating just on passion and you're not running it like a real business, you're just doing it as a hobby, that gets old after about a year, maybe 18 months, when you realize, I'm kind of broke. And this isn't really a real business. I got to do something. And then you start to take the business a little more seriously. And in that case, you start to focus less on simply coaching classes yourself, as an example, and maybe you start to think, oh man, like I've been coaching classes from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. I'm kind of burnt out. Maybe I should take hiring people a little more seriously. I got to learn how to delegate now. I got to learn how to put systems in place. I got to learn how to run my gym by having solid metrics and analytics, where I can kind of have a zoomed out big picture view of the business and how successful it is, because I'm watching the numbers and I have financial statements. There's more to running a business than simply just training people. So a lot of the coaches and gym owners that are here in our workshop, they're trying to get out of the day-to-day grind, and they're trying to kind of elevate to the level of pure business owner, where if they want to take a month off from their business, they can do that, because they have legit systems, and they have a good solid staff that can take care of all the things that need to get taken care of day in and day out, and they can just simply be in charge of managing the system of the business itself and not have to be in the day-to-day operations, the day-to-day grind of the business, and then at that point they kind of become a real business owner.
Excellent. Well, it's been a pleasure seeing you guys work. It was just like a tag team throughout the entire thing. And I see scribbles all in the the final step, how would you encourage the audience? They're thinking about doing a seminar. They've been seeing your masterminds. What is one thing that you can help the audience take away for their business, and a reason why the next time that's offered, they need to commit and come to one of these seminars?
Yeah, convincing someone to come to a live event like this in 2 seconds on a little recording like this isn't the best way, in my opinion. What I would suggest is that we have the Barbell Business Podcast, which is on iTunes. It's hours and hours and hours of audio, us talking business in the fitness industry. It doesn't cost a dime. You certainly should go listen to the Barbell Business Podcast. I think we're one of the highest rated entrepreneur podcasts. I think last time I looked, we had a couple 100 5-star ratings and 0 4-stars, 0 3-stars, 0 2-stars, 0 1-star ratings. We only have 5-star ratings, which is kind of unheard of. Even if you have mostly 5-star ratings, you would think you would have a 4-star rating, at least one of them. So all that to say, our fans and the people that listen to the show, they really do like the Barbell Business Podcast. We do our best to give quality information every single week and have a good time doing it. We joke around. It's very conversational and easy to listen to. So that's easily step one, to subscribe to the Barbell Business Podcast on iTunes. And then beyond that, we do these workshops probably once a quarter at the moment. So if you go to barbellbusiness.com and you click on the workshops tab at the top of the page, that's definitely step two. You can read more about the workshops and what we do in the workshops. And then if you happen to be a very experienced business owner and you want to kind of come to our more advanced live events, we We have something called the Barbell Mastermind, which is no beginners. This is only advanced people that are already killing it. Kind of like pro baseball. Like you can't play pro baseball if you like just started playing baseball. It's for advanced athletes only. This is kind of like the pro league with the Barbell Mastermind. And in that case, you would be a person who you wouldn't just be there to learn. You would have to be someone who's experienced enough to both be a student and a teacher at the same time. You would be there to teach what you do best as a gym owner or as a CEO in the fitness space. So if you are already pretty successful and you want to hang around a bunch of other people who are also successful, then we have the Barbell Mastermind as well. Finally, if you're a gym owner and you just want like us to just take over all your sales and marketing, we can rebuild your website and take care of all of your inbound marketing leads. And we have ridiculous follow-up campaigns that sort and segment people by gender and by interest. Fat loss, muscle gain, energy. In this case, we're doing CrossFit gyms, so telling people more about CrossFit. We have something called Barbell Logic, which is like 100% done for you. Marketing software that's software as a service specifically for CrossFit gyms. So if you're a CrossFit gym owner and you want us to just do all of your marketing for you, so to speak, Barbell Logic is where it's at. So that's all at barbellbusiness.com. The workshop, the mastermind, and Logic are tabs at the top of the page. So start with the podcast and then work your way over to the website.
Let me tell you something. He did that without notes.
I did
Beautiful.
that without notes.
Beautiful, man. Thank you very much for taking the time. It's been a pleasure once again spending time with you and all of Barbell Business. Thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely. Thanks, Doc.